And that's when I walked in and said, "You used to have both legs?" Oh, hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Tonight with me, I have the man, Mr. Turkey Tom himself,
How's it going, guys?
to the left of me. Um, so, oh, wrong button. This. So I guess do you want to introduce yourself to anybody who doesn't know who you are?
Yeah, my name is Tom. You can find me on Instagram.com/skybree. I do adult videos. They're pretty good. I just got some work done actually, so I think you guys are gonna enjoy it a lot. So you can check it out. Check out my new bosom. I think you guys will enjoy that quite a bit. We've got some new implants, and we've been investing a lot in our business lately. So I think things are gonna go really well with that. And if you check it out, I mean, things are great. Things are great. As always, thank you for having me on, Andrew. I know we'll be, we talked about doing a video, some kind of production thing because you have a production team.
Yeah, true.
And I appreciate your help on that. And obviously we're gonna do a lot of good stuff. So I'm just glad to be here. Happy to be here for the meeting. This isn't live, right?
No, mostly not. No.
Mostly. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, a few little bits. We just don't want them to know about the video before it comes out. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. So getting just talking about like the merch, getting ready for this big video shoot that we're gonna do. I got 1,000 hoodies that said Turkey Tom in quotations, watch me get stuffed.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Can we get maybe like a puff print on that? It might be a little expensive, but I think it's worth it,
We'll do what we can.
Okay. Keep me posted.
I've hired one.
I just got the $10 million bank loan from bank. So
just call like in the Simpsons where they have beer and it just says beer.
I got it from bank. Oh. Bank said bank.com, so we're good to
go. Bank of South America.
Yeah.
You borrow money from a drug lord. And if you
Bank of Central America.
You lose a foot. No big deal. So I had you on one time before, and obviously like I didn't know you that well. So after going through that and knowing that you were going to come back, I did some research about you, and I figured who would be more honest, and I looked into some of your ex-fans. If you want to see a very well-ran Reddit, go to Turkey Tom, his subreddit that no one has posted on for about 2.5 years, or maybe I just found a offshoot of an actual subreddit.
And maybe for the sandwich, it's hard to say.
So one of the reviews about you is big fan of his documentaries, but didn't like that he started the war on terrorism.
Yeah, I mean, I know not everyone was a fan of that one, but you're not going to strike gold every time. It is what it is. We try our best. We're not batting 100 over here. Okay, we're batting like 98. A couple of those are going to suck. War on drugs, another miss for us. But we like to think that the video about Skibbity Toilet will make up for the.
Pretty good percentage so far. Probably got about 9 out of 11.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
No. Another person accused you of drowning a fish.
Yeah, it was just back in college. Things are different. I wouldn't do that now. I don't stand by that, but I think a lot of people can relate. In college, you just do things you regret.
Yeah, I get it. That actually makes a lot of sense when you say it like that.
Yeah.
I was in college. I was drunk. Actually, I wasn't even drunk. I was just sober, and that fish was threatening me.
Yeah, and if you look at what the fish was wearing, some would say that it, deserved that fate.
The fish was out here dressed like a slut. So if you want to put the blame on anybody, put the blame on that fish.
I had his fucking dorsal fin out. What was I supposed to do? Not touch it?
Yeah, they don't call them jaws for no reason. You know what I'm
saying? No, they don't.
No. Yeah, true. There's a lot of great white sharks, but not a lot of great African-American sharks, which I find to be racist.
It is racist. They're out there, though. They're in the Wakandan waters.
Oh. And, I don't want you to think that this entire video here is going to be like any kind of gotcha. But what's the most racist thing that you've ever thought about an Asian?
One time I thought an Asian person was actually, a person. I mean, that's kind of racist.
No,
I kind
fair
of held
point.
them on equal level.
Hmm.
On a real note, when I enter Asian restaurants, I always loudly say da 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 da, and nobody seems to understand what I'm referencing or get it. So I get away with it, but also it's just like I'm the only one laughing at
That's the
it.
what is that, the Japanese national anthem that you're singing
That
from?
is, yeah, that is, yeah. But I
Oh,
say it
okay.
at Korean spots too,
Oh, okay.
and
You know,
they
they had a big problem a couple of years back. Japan did with this giant lizard of sorts. Was like knocking
really,
down their buildings. I watched a documentary on it about probably about a month and a half ago.
yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, it's
Had
kind of
a
rough.
It's like spitting fire, that sort of thing. Yeah,
Yeah, in current year, you wouldn't
yeah.
expect it.
We're worried about getting ratioed on Twitter by Keffels,
First
and
world problems.
they're worried about 75-story tall Komodo dragons with fire breath. It's a different world over there, you know?
It truly is.
Yeah. Hmm. So, what I really wanted to talk to you about was kind of obscure internet figures from my time, because I'm a bit of a internet boomer, an old fig, if you will.
Mm.
Only if you know, you know. IYKYK or something like that. Um, so I wanted to talk about like some terms, like well, one term that you're probably familiar with doing like the type of videos that you do, which is you know what an A-log is, I assume.
Sure.
An A-log, for anyone who doesn't know, is basically someone who dedicates so much of their time to hating someone that they eventually become worse than the people that they hate, or they unfairly, basically what they do is they convince themselves that this person is like the ultimate evil, even they're just kind of like a goofball that shouldn't have been given internet access. And they get really, they just go too far. They wish death on the people and then try to like harass their family and all this stuff just because they're acting goofy bananas online.
Right.
Normally it's like people, they go after lol cows. People don't really care so much about like horror cows. Horror cows, if you
Right.
don't know, that's basically like a lol cow whose milk turns sour. That's the best way I guess I could explain it. I don't know how to word that any better. So an A-log, the term comes from someone whose name is Anthony Logato. Uh,
Mhm.
he was a failed stand-up comedian, and basically he wanted to get famous for making fun of Chris Chan. Um, like he said a lot of times, like only I can make fun of Chris
Did
Chan.
he think that would be like his career or something? Like he thought this would be
Yeah,
like a stand-up career he had for a long time?
he thought he was going to get famous off of stand-up and YouTube videos just about Chris Chan. Which, if you've ever done any comedy, no one, almost no one in the audience knows who Chris Chan is, and in
No.
order for you to like, in order for them to understand that, you're going to have to explain that. And how do
Well,
you
especially back then, back then, way fewer people knew.
yeah, and it also just sounds like you're bullying a disabled person.
Yeah, which can
If
be
you
funny in stand-up, but
if you just had to, like, I'm just saying, if you had like three sentences to like preface why you're talking about Chris Chan and who Chris Chan is, people are not going to be on your side.
mm,
If you have three sentences to do that, no, you need like 20
you need an
minutes to
entire
prime
set.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to prime them for this. Like, so Anthony Logato. So a thing that happened to Chris Chan, this had to be 2009, 2010, maybe. Um, they took his PlayStation account. Um, they took all five of them, if I'm remembering correctly. And to get it back, he had to do, let's just call it um, family unfriendly video with a sex doll.
Yeah,
Eh,
I've unfortunately seen the video, I think.
You watched it?
Yeah.
Bless your soul.
Thank you.
That's oh god.
It's a rough
So
one.
A-Log to like make fun of Chris, uh, like watches this sex doll and is like, haha, Chris Chan, you can't have sex well. And it's it's a very it's a weird way to roast someone. It's like losing a fight and then you tell the person that they don't hit hard kind of thing. Like
Right.
it's basically, where are you coming from?
It's like you're not in a position to speak on that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, So basically, he thought that he had like a troll monopoly on Christian. Same thing with So I was thinking about this. Like you and I had spoken about the PVCC, the private villa of corrupted citizens. They did the same thing where they were like, "We are the inner circle. We're the only people that can pull pranks on Chris." And actually, I forgot why it was called the PVCC, and that's because that's where he went to college. So they just took the acronym.
Oh,
Yeah, they just took the acronym and made it mean something
okay.
different. Like,
That's funny. That's actually pretty funny.
yeah,
I mean, it's like with Kiwi Farms is a mispronunciation of Quickie Forums, you know?
yeah. That's where Mr. Medicare gets his name because of
The website Medicare.
yeah, but the term Medicare comes from 8chan. It comes from 8chan, and there was a guy. There was like a severely autistic Swedish guy who couldn't say mediocre,
Mhm.
and so he said Medicare,
Mhm.
and that's where that comes from.
Mhm.
Just in case you didn't know, now you know. If you don't know who Mr. Medicare is, he's basically like an internet historian of
If you know,
sorts.
you know.
He's 4 out of 5 stars. It's good, but it's not great.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. um. So PVCC was like a break off of Encyclopedia Dramatica. Um, and it eventually got replaced by Kiwi Farms. Anyways, so they were all like either super. What's weird about these trolls that were in the PVCC is that they were either like super liberal or super conservative, like like one end of the spectrum or the other, and
Right.
they came together over their hatred for Christian Weston Chandler.
Right.
Um, yeah, so I think I think you don't really need to know who they are if you know what Kiwi Farms is. Kiwi Farms kind of took their place, except for it was more open to everyone, and the PVCC eventually got hacked, and they took everything from them. They took all of that's where a lot of the troll ops on Chris came from, was the PVCC. But um, this guy named Russian Bear, who was like he was like the guy that did all the leaks on Kiwi Farms. He founded another website. I don't want to say the name of that website, but you know what website zero is? If I say that, are you gonna know what I'm referring to?
Yeah. I know
So
why you don't wanna name it.
that's the guy. Uh,
Okay.
that's the guy who founded that site, or was
Right.
one of the founders of that site.
Like the site.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Um, I don't want to. I don't.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Um, I guess moving forward, um, Encyclopedia Dramatica. How familiar are you with the lore there?
A VD?
Yeah.
Um, not very. I mean, I've seen Odd Guy talk about some stuff on a few shows. I've seen his lore stuff, and I know someone who I think has written some articles for the site, and we're supposed to be working on a video about some stuff on the site. Not the site as a whole, just some individual characters, but I don't really know the whole overarching story. That was kind of before my time.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is kind of like I'm just going to give you the framework of it. There's a lot of like individual things that I could get into with ED, but I don't want to get lost in the weeds because there's so much stuff that happened with ED that it would just take hours. It would take years.
Right.
Okay, so Encyclopedia Dramatica. Let's start at the very beginning. Encyclopedia Dramatica was founded by a person named Vinyl Kitty. Let's see if I can pull up a picture.
This is a girl?
Yeah.
I guess it would make sense. A gossip site served by a girl.
Yeah, here you go. What do you think she looks like before seeing her?
I feel like I'm supposed to say ugly, but I don't
You're
know.
right.
Oh, well, I think she looks good. Yeah. This is who started ED?
Yeah.
Wow.
Unless I'm wrong. It's
She looks like an ant. How old was she when she started it?
She was older. I think she was already like in her 30s. She did not age well. Okay, so she is who found ED. Eventually, it became like this Wikipedia of sorts, where like everything. It eventually became like the Library of Alexandria for obscure internet weirdos. I don't know how else to explain that. Just a lot of archived stuff of like, aha, this person did this weird thing. Do you want to read about it for 45 minutes?
Right.
So she gets tired of like the bullying and all that stuff. So she tries to reformat
her getting bullied.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing that happened with like Moot or Christopher Poole from 4chan. He just eventually got to the point where he was like, I can't do this anymore.
Did he sell the site? What happened with that?
Yeah, he sold it to the owner of 2chan. I always forget the guy's name.
You know how much he got off of it?
I think he sold it for like a couple million. Let's see.
How much did 4chan sell for? Sold in 2015.
He sold it in like 2012, I want to say. No, it would be 2015.
Yeah. I don't see a number.
I thought I read forever ago it was like 3 million or something like that. Because he sold it to the owner of 2chan. What is his name?
4chan is the 800th most popular site in the world.
I believe it.
I thought it would be higher than 800. I thought it would be like, I don't know, fucking in the top 50. So I guess I overestimate how many people use that.
I think at one point it was. I mean, it had to have been before like /B became what it is now, which is it's mainly just it's porn. It's all porn.
Yeah.
And before Pole became what it is now, which is mainly just like racists.
Yeah.
It was like people doing racism ironically, and then it's like that old Descartes quote, like those who get their, enjoyment out of pretending to be fools will eventually be surrounded by fools who believe themselves to be in good company. So it was like you are ironically being racist, and eventually real racists are like, this is home, which is, I mean, it's kind of to be expected. So,
Right.
Yeah, so I think like a while ago, it probably would have been like top 25, top 50.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been. I feel like it would have been up there with like, I don't know, Reddit at one point, but
I mean, there's no way like you got to think
how
that
popular is Reddit?
it's got to be top 25, top 20, I would think.
Yeah. Ranked by other sites. 9th most viewed.
What's before it? I'm guessing like the social medias.
I'll look up top 100 most popular sites. Okay. Number 1 is YouTube at 4.8 billion. Number 2 is Wikipedia at 2.5, Facebook at 2.1, Instagram at 1.5, Twitter at 1.3, Pornhub at 1.1, xnxx.com at 677 million. Reddit is number, I guess actually 16 is how it ranks here. TikTok is 18. Globo.com. What the fuck is this? Oh, this is like a Spanish site. Okay.
I feel like if I knew,
Number 25 is Yahoo Japan.
I feel like I should operate under the assumption that everything with an X in it is probably porn because
Yeah.
I don't watch that because
85 is sofascore.com. Is this porn or is this for couches? Oh, this is a soccer website.
Huh.
It's like a soccer ranking site. Although it looks like it has everything. Football is the first one, then American football. It looks like it's for like betting or something even. BBC.com is 80. Who the fuck's going on BBC.com? What fucking loser is going there?
Is that porn?
Yeah, that's porn. Hamster is 23.
Have you ever watched like British people interview people?
Probably at some point. Is
The
there
way
something
they talk
interesting about it
to their guests is insane. They're just like, so you're a bit stupid, aren't you? Like they're just like they come
Do they
in
talk
way
that
too
way?
hot. I mean, they don't say like you're stupid, but they are super aggressive. Like it seems
Interesting.
like every time I'm watching an interview, especially like that Pierce guy, you know what I'm talking about? Pierce Morgan.
Piers Morgan, yeah.
Every time I see him like interviewing anybody, he's like, "Well, you're almost a terrorist, aren't you?" And then like that's how he starts the conversation. I'm like, this is kind of a weird way to start a conversation. Wait, what were we talking about? Like way long. Oh,
ED.
ED.
Sorry
So
to get off topic.
ED. No, we're fine. Unless the police come here because I get off topic. Can you imagine? Getting raided? I wanted to hear more about that.
That'd be epic, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
They should do that. Shout out, guys.
Yeah, hell yeah. Eco terrorist or whoever. So it's founded by this lady, Final Kitty, who is like, I don't like this. It's becoming like full of bullies, and then she wants to revamp it so it becomes O Internet, and then after it becomes O Internet, it comes back because basically they just started trashing her new site, and then they come back to you know. Encyclopedia Dramatica, but then everybody had already decided that they were going to leave. That's when it became, I think it was like .se or something like that. So then it kind of splinters. There's no like, oh, okay, that's what she just like abandons it, and so there's nobody like in charge, like the person that runs the servers, and the person who has the admin logins, and then whoever. There's like 3 different people that had like control of 3 separate parts.
Right.
And so this guy Ryan Zeiger. He
Mhm.
he unifies these parts. He's like the first person to unify them again because he basically told them that he was like a security expert. Turned out the guy can't even code or anything. And yeah, so this goes on for a while that he's getting away with like lying about not being able to code, but then like critical
How is the
updates
site even
happen.
functional if he didn't know how to code?
I think that he's just like running off of whatever model was pre-existent. So
Okay.
like critical updates come up. I think that ED goes out for like half a year, or it's like a long time, and eventually it only comes back because the guy that's in charge, uh, Ryan, he hires like a Nazi to come fix everything. But as part of like him coming to fix everything, like if you know how ED is laid out, it's basically like Wikipedia ish. I don't if you've never been there, I don't know how to explain its format, but
I mean,
um,
You mean ED's format? I mean, it's like Wikipedia now.
it's like Wikipedia now.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so basically, he one he makes like a whole bunch of hyperlinks that go to like Third Reich stuff. So every time you're trying to learn about some obscure internet, celebrity or not celebrity, whatever, um, every time you're trying to go check one of those out, it can just lead you to some kind of white power rabbit hole.
Yeah, of course.
Um, and then the guy, Zeiger, finds out that he can like monetize the site, of course, and he starts selling these like just porn ads because at the time porn ads like paid the most. There was like a year there where you couldn't use ED unless you had an ad blocker because literally it was like have you ever seen like a McAfee commercial where there's like a bunch of pop-ups like pop
Yes.
up? It was like that.
Okay,
Um,
gotcha. That's how the site actually ran normally.
yeah, it was rough, and basically it was unusable,
This was
and
not by design though. This is just his fuck up.
no, he just didn't know anything. Like he didn't know how to run a website, so
Right.
yeah. Um, and then so he was addicted to heroin and meth,
Based.
and that's how he gets involved with a group called the ED Singers. The ED Singers, it's very very hard to find anything about them now. Um, hopefully someone will do some digging and like create a thread about them because I would really like to read like just to freshen my memory. And so they were basically like this weird group of like Silk Road users that they just like did drugs and then like extorted people. They ended up extorting him out of admin stuff like way down the
But
road.
why even want the website? Like it's so if it's so trash, why even want it? Just because of the name?
Because of the traffic.
It was still getting decent traffic even though it was unusable.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
because it was like this is before. I mean, this has got to be 2009, 2010. This is right after everybody branches off from 4chan because in 2008 or so, that guy hacked Sarah Palin's email. The son, he's like the son of hold on. Okay, the 4chan user. Okay, it ended up being the son of a Democratic state representative in Tennessee. It was he was his son. So in 2008, this happens, and basically Moot has to go to court. Moot has to go to court, and it's very funny. If I should have thought to like find this footage. or the what is that, the stenography of this, because he has to explain like everything to the Fed. So he has to like, what is a lurker? What is a NUFA? What is, like he has to explain all this stuff to like 60-year-old people that just have never heard of 4chan for real. Imagine explaining 4chan during its height to people who can barely use the internet. Like I so this happens. Everybody's like, "Oh, well, this is getting weird. Feds are going to watch you if you go to 4chan now." So that's why everybody started going to ED. Um, and
Right. Well,
so
that would make sense. That's
yeah,
interesting though. I didn't know any of this about the start of the site.
yeah. So he goes from, or I'm sorry. So through all of this, this guy's like he starts taking money to like delete ED threads about like people. So say there's a new Turkey Tom.
Right, they're bribing.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they would do it for like $50. But like the
50
thing,
bucks.
yeah,
Oh,
no,
brother.
he really would like you
Strap for
get
cash.
imagine like you do research for your videos. So imagine you and 25 of your closest friends compile a thread, because that's what it used to be. It was like all these people coming together to make this thread, and then overnight, because some guy gives him $50, it's all gone. Like the archives are gone,
Right.
everything's gone. It would, ugh, God. So that's kind of where the tides start turning against him, and they're like, "Hey, you're kind of a loser." Um, and my favorite story is, so he gets a girl pregnant. I don't remember the lady's name, but he gets her pregnant, and she's like, "I don't think that emotionally you are ready for a child yet. So until you work on yourself, I think it's best for me and the kid for you to take a step back."
Right. Okay.
Um,
Somewhat reasonable, I guess.
yeah, obviously he's on like meth and heroin, and he's spending 16 hours a day on Encyclopedia Dramatica. There's not a lot.
Somewhat
Like,
reasonable.
yeah. Um, so she goes like, take a step back, and then how he reacts to it is like revenge porn on ED. Like he was putting it on every single thread. I think, let's see. Let's see if I can find like how many users did Encyclopedia Dramatica have its. Hmm. I don't I don't know how I'm gonna be able to find this. Uh, oh, also I should mention that Know Your Meme came from Encyclopedia Dramatica, which I always thought was very interesting. Because now it's just like a normal thing. Like you don't know what Skibbity toilet is, so you got to go there
Have
now.
to know. If you don't know, you're just nothing, dude.
Yeah, my son the other day, who's about 3, was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Get out of my home." And who could blame me?
I mean, I think you have to know what skibbity toilet is. If you don't, I mean, it's fucking 2024. Like, we've got Black Lives Matter and skibbity toilet. These are the two things that white men need to understand. If you don't, then just fuck you.
Okay, so according to this, Encyclopedia Dramatica at one time had roughly 500,000 individual or unique unique IPs per
That's very
month.
surprising. I thought it was like 30,000 maybe.
This is per month, so I don't. It could also be like VLANs or VPNs or
But even if it's like 250,000, like we'll just cut it in half. That's still quite a few.
yeah. Either way, so this guy is like leaking revenge prawn on his baby mama because she calls him immature, which I think is it's one way to prove it. I guess there's one way to beat the allegations is to do that.
True. Destroy them. Destroyed. Kobe move.
Yeah. What are you gonna do at home, bitch? Cope,
Cope and
cope,
seethe.
mauled.
Dilate.
You know, for a long time I didn't know what the dilate part was, and then I found out, and I've never. My brain hasn't been the same since.
No. Have dark thoughts now about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have dark thoughts as well, but it's okay. It is what it is.
Is it true that you're the type of guy to cry during lucid dreams by Juice World?
Yeah, I am that kind of guy. Yeah. When I see her shadows in my room, I just, it just gets to me really hard.
We're not gonna beat the light skin allegations.
We're not. I've been
I
listening
hope.
to "I Miss the Rage" a lot by Mario Judah. Shout out in lieu of Twomad and his passing. I just thought it's appropriate,
R.I.P. in peace. Too bad.
R.I.P.
How did he die?
He
Did you kill
overdosed
him?
on ketamine.
Did you kill
Yeah,
him?
I did. I shipped him a ton of ketamine and he overdosed. He was going to expose the truth about what we were doing, you and I. So I couldn't let that happen.
Not on my watch.
Thank God we're not live.
Yeah, true that. Isn't it great how we plotted that?
It is. We did a good job.
Was he just so he was just like he was out here new boot goofing and he just
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just got to get it done. I mean, unless you're
sometimes
stealing some mattress.
you stare into the abyss and the abyss stares back, but the abyss is a K-hole and you die.
Yeah, and he did do that. It's pretty sad, but it had to be done. You do what you got to do.
I can't believe he's like the only person that I've ever seen. No, I take it back. He made Hassan Piker matter. I think that like I've only seen like
He trolled him pretty good.
maybe like 3 people truly get under Hassan's skin, which is of course Destiny, and then Twomad, and then that so you're telling me what is his name? The guy that just did the documentary thing about him was like Hassan Piker is the stupidest
Oh, Willie Mack show?
yeah.
Yeah. He's pretty good at it. There's
Yeah,
this one
like
other guy. He's not very famous. He's a comedian though. You probably know who he is. I can't remember his name. It starts with S or something. I don't know.
don't say his name. Don't say his...
I don't even know his name. I'm asking you to remind me, but if you don't want to say it, you don't have to say it.
Sam Joaquin, Heidi Mommy.
Something like that.
Dude, I like when I first met Sam, I asked him about that. So it was me, Sam, Eric, and Charles. And I was like, so did you guys think it was going to be a good idea for Sam to be like, I'm going to murder this guy? And they're like, no, it's not a good idea, but it was a really funny idea. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's fair enough, I guess.
It was funny.
Yeah, I think it's one of the funniest. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen out of any of those boxing events for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, influencer boxing, undoubtedly.
I think it's very funny to imagine, like during Creator Clash, like the security walking around and like pointing at a picture of Sam Hyde and being like, "Have you seen him?"
It sounds so cartoonish. It's almost
It
difficult to
does.
believe.
Only with him. I think he's like he's like yeah. You watch South Park?
Yeah.
So you seen the episode where they find out that Slash is fake, and then it's always someone's dad or uncle.
Oh, Slash, you mean the guitarist? I haven't
Yeah.
seen that episode, but sure, I understand it as a concept.
Okay, so basically, yeah, basically they just find out that he's fake. That he's like the Easter Bunny type thing,
Right.
and it's just, you just imagine they think that like Sam Hyde is just
Just an
like
idea.
yeah, like Santa Claus at a mall. Like, "Oh, is that him?
30 different people.
What? Why didn't Hassan take up that like offer?
I mean, if he loses, it looks really bad, right?
It's because he's gonna lose.
Or he knows there's a risk that he might. Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty. If he lost, that would be like fucking so humiliating for him.
Yeah, just to spend all that time being like, if I see you Nazi, I'm gonna punch him. And then
Yeah.
someone's
Well,
like,
exactly.
I'll drive to you. And then he's like, don't.
The risk is just too great, and also he doesn't believe in like platforming Nazis, so he has like a decent excuse from his audience right away, right?
But like, how is he platform? Sam's more famous.
Um, yeah, probably overall, but just by bare numbers, Hassan could say he's more famous. By like raw analytics, Hassan could say that he's more famous, but I think Sam probably is.
I feel like it's like if you're comparing like just view, like, okay, let's say that Hassan made a show. Do you think that it would like parallel produce even almost parallel numbers to what like World Peace One did?
No, 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 no. Of course not. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a like Hassan's metric for success is how many live stream viewers you get on any day, right?
But doesn't he like also pay for bots? Like, didn't that like get uncovered that he did that?
I mean, maybe, but there's no proof of that, and I don't
I
think
have
you
the
have
proof.
to.
I have the proof, and Hassan, if you accept the fight, I will. I have folders. I'll drop them off at your house. I'll never tell anyone.
That's a great incentive. So if he agrees to the fight, he gets exposed. Oh wait, you're gonna give it to him. Okay, so he'll
Yeah,
be fine.
yeah. If he agrees to the fight, I'll give
Okay,
it to
there
him.
you go.
And
Now
then
he'll do it for sure.
if he doesn't, I'll just give it to Sam. And then now he's one up you twice.
For a serious answer, I don't think he bots. I think he's probably pretty famous. I mean, people are pretty retarded in general.
What's his average? What does Social Blade do? Do they do Twitch, or do they only do YouTube?
You should look up Twitch stats for Hassan. He's falling off, but he still has, I mean, good numbers overall.
There's no way that I'm looking at the right thing.
You look up Hassan Abi Twitch stats. Let's see here. Okay, so he's currently averaging 18,000 viewers. His peak viewers in the last 30 days are 34,000. Yeah.
Oh, wait, we're looking at different things, I think.
It's called Stream Charts. Streamscharts.com is the one I looked at.
I'm on Twitch Tracker.
That one works sometimes, yeah. It may be accurate. I'm not sure.
It says peak viewers 27
in the last 30 days.
Last week.
Okay, well there you go. The one I'm looking at is past 30
okay days. So past 30 days, average viewer 19,000. 1,000 followers gained. 1,000 followers gained in like a month when you're that size. It seems like small.
He's stagnating quite a
I'm
bit.
also like I'm nowhere near that, but I like
The past few months he was losing a lot of followers over the
Palestine
fucking the Palestine stuff. Yeah,
because he killed that Palestine that he killed that Jewish kid outside of a
because he personally did that. Yes.
yeah, I seen him. I watched him. Watched him do that. Oh, so I saw you reacted to like someone was like you should that you're super lazy, I guess, with your videos. It was a commentary video about you making commentary videos.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I reacted to that on my stream. I did the thing that they said they don't like, which is going up on my channel at some point. But yeah, I did see that. Oh.
So what is it seems like his primary like contention was that you do stuff.
His contention was that I react to videos instead of just making my own video every time. His contention was that like I'll sit on live stream and I'll watch something and add commentary.
I think the best way to beat these allegations is to start reacting to pictures instead. I think.
Well, I thought what I would do is I'll just react to all of his videos instead and add no commentary.
Just from here on, only his.
Only his and say nothing. Just reap the reward.
Chat. You need to say chat.
I'll say chat a lot, dude.
That's your problem. You don't say chat enough.
I don't say chat near. I say chat like 3 times a stream. I need to say it way more. You're right.
Chat, is this real?
Chat. Chat, is that true? Is that true, chat? Chat.
Watching that Meat Canyon video about XQC permanently destroyed my brain on every time I see him now.
It was an epic video.
It's perfect. Like, did Meat Canyon stop making videos, or am I crazy?
He's on break on his animation channel, yeah.
Okay. Well, you killed his video editor. I saw that.
I had to get rid of him, dude. Had to execute in the street on the knees.
There was that the one that was like, well, my computer crashed, so he hired a different editor.
Yeah, that person's fucking retard.
Actually, she's beautiful and brave, and I don't know why. Like, you're telling me that just because you're running a business that needs to work good, that when it doesn't, that you're like,
she is beautiful and brave. You raise a good point. She is beautiful and brave.
Did you see her comment section before she deleted?
Yeah, it was all stuff to the effect of like Tom is transphobic or whatever.
Hell yeah, dude! I love that. No, I was talking about like they just all did the turkey Tom the type of guy. So they just started doing.
Did they say that in her comment section? I didn't see that.
Yeah, I see. I mean, I read like 8 of them, and I was like, I hope that these are all. I hope that's all this comment.
That's funny. On any show I go on, that's been the case for a little while now. Tom the type of guy. I don't even fucking. I haven't acknowledged it in a while, but they just go.
Yeah. I mean, it's stuck. Like, I don't know what you did to become the type of guy that does this.
I don't know either, man. I really don't, but I'm the type of guy, I guess.
You just cried to drink that one time.
That one time, and now I'm just this fucking guy. That you know, I'm just a fucking disposable guy to these people.
I said that. I said that you were the type of guy that that laughs when you're around your friends laughing. You stop and you say, "I really needed this." I said that on a Destiny video, and I think it got like 4,000 likes.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck all these people. Everyone's stunning on me.
Everyone
just wants to own me.
Have you ever said that? Have you ever been around your friends just having a good time, and then you're like, "I needed this, fellas." You never?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I've said that. That sounds very gay.
Have you thought of it?
Maybe I've thought it. Maybe I've thought I'm glad I'm being around my friends. I don't think I've thought it that way.
I'm going to tell you what they told me in the Army. Watch your thoughts. They become your actions. So, look, man, if you're thinking it, sooner or later, you're gonna get a little too. I don't know. What do you drink? Mimosa. You're gonna get too many mimosas in you, and then you're gonna be like, boom,
Okay. Well,
downfall of Turkey Tom.
I'll think very hard. Okay, I will.
Oh, so in the vein of you reacting to pictures, I made this picture. It took me, I don't know, 45 days, I think it's me. This is if you were currently doing what you're already doing, but you're also an Italian American.
That looks good. Yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah, it took, I had to contract, I don't know, 13 people, get a loan from a bank, to make this. So, you know,
It looks you did a good job, man. You tried your best. Yeah, I don't blame you. And hopefully with the bank.com thing, we can add some even more production value from it.
oh yeah, bank dot. Oh,
Bank bank.ca.
oh, that reminds me. I found. You remember we were talking about Baked Alaska last time?
Yeah, I do.
I found that video.
Did you?
You know, I was telling you that you needed to watch it. You don't have to watch it now, but I did find it.
Yeah, you want to send that to me? Unless you want to watch it on live, but it's up to you.
No, yeah, I'll send it to you. It's Baked Alaska sees after Jim gets swatted.
Okay, sick.
It's just a very funny it's a very funny video for one reason, and it's because Jim got swatted on live, and then he's just like, huh, it was a close call, chat. Do you want to buy some hats? You know,
You do a good impression, Jesus.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a good impression.
I pride myself on that.
Closest I've heard to like because that's like cancer Jim. There is like a pre-cancer Jim, and I imagine it's harder to do, but that one's pretty good. When his voice is more full.
Did you ever watch? Did you watch like IBS when that was the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You mean like the morning Kumite and stuff like that?
Yeah. When Donka and Worski and all those people. Man, that was
And now your bitch made. And now your bitch made. Yeah. Fire.
That was a beautiful time, like to be alive on the that was an easy way for them to make money. Just have like a rabbi and a Nazi on stream and be like, well, I think this guy thinks you're wrong, and then you just sit there and read super chats. Like that's.
I wonder if that shit's gonna come back. I imagine it probably will at some point.
You need to do that.
I need to do it. I don't want to be involved. All those guys got pretty burnt.
Your life is documenting what not to do. If you haven't learned anything from the what not to do,
if anything, what not to do is what to do is stay away from blood sports. Not it doesn't end well for any of them.
Look, you just need to have Jet Neptune and Penguin Zero. Just have them argue. That's what people want.
That's what they want.
Yeah.
What would their argument be over?
You'd be like, who is gay? And then you just.
Well, I feel like Critical would be like, I'm gay, and Jet would be like, I'm not gay. I feel like that's what the argument would be.
I'm not a gay.
We're all fucking gay.
I'm actually pretty gay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see that. Well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say like guys. I mean, not necessarily, but
I mean,
not gonna lie. You know, when your diaper gets poopy, sometimes you're hanging out with your boys, and you're gonna have sex with a man. You know.
Sometimes you're hanging out with a guy, and you're like, "Can you put it in a little?" And then he does. There you go. Yeah. Like that kind of. Okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, no. Or you can just have you can just have those cross-pollinate like an idea. You can have a slap league with failed YouTubers, like kind of like a Happy Punch. You know what I mean? Like lol cows, but power slap. So like
lol cows with power slap. That sounds good.
You have like only use me blades versus Ethan Ralph. There you go. That's a $1 million
Only
idea.
using Blade versus Ethan Ralph. I mean, it'll be good in person. Yes, I would agree.
You got the IRL stuff. Just be like, hey, I want to make a documentary about you, and then tell it to both of them, and then they actually have to meet in like a room, and then
Yeah, the thing is, I wouldn't want to go to Mexico to hang out with Ralph because that seems fucked.
you don't want to go to a 4 foot by 4 foot metal shed in the middle of Mexico to be to be near a guy who pees in bottles.
You know, when you
Kind
put it that way, it sounds
kind of
enticing.
kind of weird to you, but I thought you were about the culture, man. I thought you.
When you put it that way, it sounds pretty good. Okay, I admit.
I guess it's not for everybody. So
For some of us,
I wouldn't.
some of
I
us, it's
wouldn't.
the dream.
I
It ain't
wouldn't want to.
much. It's all I got.
I wouldn't want to be in the same room with Ethan Ralph.
No, obviously. Jesus.
You know, he actually pees in bottles and then puts them under his computer.
I mean, yeah, it's not surprising. Yeah. Is that what the video of him jerking off actually was? Was him just fucking doing that?
No, he actually jerked off. Are you talking about to Nikki Haley?
Or Laura Loom or something like that?
I think it was Nikki Haley.
Was
But
it? Okay. That was
that
was him actually jerking off?
I don't know, man. I think, yeah, I think he just did that. I think
Okay. Based.
he also got like accused. Someone was like, he tried to kill me, and then like every time he's drunk every day of his life, so he's like,
right.
Where's the pictographic evidence? And it's like, why would there be? Why would there be?
Yeah.
Have you ever been walking down an alleyway and you see like a creepy person, and then you're like, oh, like turn to snap?
Generally not.
Yeah, I don't believe them.
Yeah.
I don't. Also, like everybody has the same story. Everybody's like, you're trying to kill people.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stories about him. What was that crazy girl from IP2, Alice? She said that he raped her or something a long time ago, but I think she's kind of an unreliable narrator, so it didn't really go anywhere.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I feel like, what does she gain from lying about that though?
Just like random attention on the internet, I guess. I mean, who knows?
But this is like past. I mean, this is past when Ethan Ralph is doing like the Ralph or the kill stream, and it has numbers. So like,
I mean, that's true, but I don't know. I just don't trust Alice from IP2. She seems like a crazy person, you know.
You know what? Yeah, yeah. I feel
What
like
does she gain? I mean, what she can gain is like what we deem as like a reasonable gain from that is way different from what she would deem a reasonable gain.
Yeah, true, fair enough. Do you think Only Use Me Blades ever makes a comeback? Do you think he's done?
I mean, he's still around. He's not going to make a huge comeback. He's an alcoholic for life. I think that's probably pretty clear. But yeah, I mean, we'll probably hear from him for a long time, just not in a positive way.
You think he'll like fizzle out eventually, or you think he'll just be what he is now for until he dies of just like poor healthcare management?
Yeah, he'll probably die. Yeah, if I had to guess, he hasn't shown any sign of changing for like 10 years, so he's probably just gonna fizzle out and fucking die, unfortunately, which is very sad. But
for some reason, if you're diabetic and you just never take care of yourself ever and get drunk all day every day, then you don't feel too good sometimes, which I think that's probably an anomaly in and of itself.
It's kind of shocking that alcohol every day will destroy your fucking body. Yeah, it's surprising, but it does do that.
Yeah. Do you know who Mersh is?
Yeah, the Revenge of the Sith or whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, did you watch Jim's last video?
Stream or video?
Stream. In
I watched some of it. Was that he was talking about some crazy A-Law guy who was like on the phone with some trans person while they were ordering their like breakfast or something? Like, I vaguely remember something about this, but I don't remember anything about Mersh.
It's like the very beginning. So Merch is trying to say like, I don't know what he's trying to say. He's talking about like a dog. Like he's like smash drunk, and he's like he goes like the dog and like it's like he's having a stroke, and then he goes like he gets really quiet for a second, and he goes, "Things are crazy and Dayton."
Yeah,
It's worth checking out. Anybody who
I'll
is
check
into
it out. I've been fucking so busy with shit. I haven't had time. The only reason I was able to check out a few videos recently is because I was sick over the past few days. So I just like couldn't do anything but be in bed for a decent amount of the day. So I finally got to catch up on some videos and stuff.
dude. How you have 3 channels now?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you balance that?
I mean, I don't know. It's not much of a balance. I mean, I have a lot of people that help me out, so that's part of it, you know, because
Okay,
I'm not
sure.
doing every part of it. But yeah, I mean, it's just like I like working a lot, so I just do YouTube stuff, you know, basically all day. But it's not like super taxing stuff, and I can take a break whenever I want, so it's not like the worst thing in the world, you know.
Yeah, I guess your turnaround's a bit different too. Like if you're doing, secondary channel stuff, then you just basically like you could literally record for like an hour and a half, reacting
Yeah,
to 3 different things, and then get it chopped
exactly.
and uploaded. Yeah, I for me, basically because I do my own research and my own editing, I can only realistically do like a video a month.
Yeah,
But it's also your full time thing, so
that used to be how it was for me. I mean, when it was just me, but I had a lot of time, I could probably get a video done in 2 weeks.
mm,
On the main channel. But you know, now the scale of videos I can do within, you know, releasing them one a week. They don't actually take 1 week to make, but the scale of video I can do with like an output of one a week is pretty nice.
have you ever met any of the people that you've done videos about?
Yeah, I met Boogie.
Well, I
Um,
know that you met like Vegan Gains because you did the video with him, but I was saying
yeah,
like after the fact.
yeah. I mean, I met Boogie. Who that's not out yet, but I filmed a video with him that I'm going to be putting out eventually.
It's a is it a like a X-rated type thing, or is it like
Yeah, it's X-rated. Yeah, we had gay sex. Yeah, that's part of the drop we're doing soon with Sky Bree.
what, a fella can't have sex with a fella anymore without it being gay?
All of a sudden. But yeah, I mean, that's one. I'm sure there's other examples I can't think of, but I've just met a lot of like people in real life from the internet at this point that it's probably hard for me to remember like every person that I've, you know, interacted with online or made a video about that I then met in real life.
Sure.
But yeah, I feel like there's probably quite a few. None of the like super lolcout type people. Like I wouldn't want to meet Kara the Wolf in person, but yeah.
Hero the Wolf, is that the zoophile zoo
Yeah,
sadist guy?
that would be them, yeah.
You should meet him and attack him.
Uh, if somebody did that, I would not shame them. Certainly.
I mean, I'll attack him if you want. But I don't know where he's at, but I guess.
I can't support that, but if it happened, I wouldn't cry for.
You heard it here, folks. Out of my own mouth, Turkey Tom fully supports it. So don't.
True. Base, dude. W Riz. Major W Riz.
How did W Riz start? Or what's the origin on that one?
So you know where Riz comes from?
Charisma.
Yeah, so it's just like win charisma, like good
No,
charisma.
no. I mean, I know what it is. I'm saying like the origin. Like was.
Oh, I don't know. Someone retarded probably said it. Some streamer, probably Kai Cenat, who knows? Aiden Ross, maybe.
Have you ever thought about just like starting a riot in like a major city because you lied about a PlayStation giveaway?
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be funny. You're talking about
Yeah,
what Kai did, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did give away a few of them, but yeah, I mean, it was a pretty big mess. I don't think he
Well,
knew how many people would show up there and how famous he was. But that guy is like like an actual celebrity. When I do interviews on college campuses for a meme, I'll ask people like, "Do you know who this person is? This person is," and they always just say yes to Kai Cenat, especially if they're black. Black college kids love Kai Cenat.
well, that's kind of his demographic, though, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
You need to start asking them if they know who Daniel Keem is. You
They
think
probably don't.
You think Daniel Keem's kind of like Mr. Keemstar is kind of like the Forrest Gump of like internet history?
Like he's just involved in everything. Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
so.
like he's kind of like always in the background. He's just always in the background of everything.
At least since like 2000, like 8 or 9. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Actually, how I became introduced to your content was the content nuke thing.
Oh yeah, with me and Nick Diorio, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like I had seen, I think when it came out, when H3's thing came out, I just kind of I was like, I watched it. I watched like half of the first one, and I was like, this is all old.
Hmm.
Like no new people were gonna be like, Keem.
No, it was all stuff that people already knew about Keemstar.
But he's never been like,
Yeah.
what moral standard are you really held to as just a guy who fucks around on the internet, though?
I mean, it depends on the person. Some people hold themselves to standards. I'd say Ethan Klein held himself to a standard for a while.
But he
Um,
also created a standard for himself, like that he can't sustain.
well,
Like,
yeah, obviously, but like that's the problem, right? The standard is what you set for your audience. So, like, for my audience, like, I think there's almost nothing that I could do where they would be upset with me, apart from like if I pushed an old lady down a flight of stairs, or they might even think that's based, or if I fucking, you know what I mean? If I perpetrated a mass shooting, that would piss them off. But short of stuff like that, like I don't think they would care for like anything I do.
hey, speaking of shootings, one of the people that I wanted to talk to you about. Do you know who Randy Steer is?
Yeah, I actually, just finished a video about him. I'm gonna put out. It's like two
Okay,
hours long.
I'll leave it alone then.
Okay,
Um,
I do know who he is though.
okay. Um,
Funny guy. Sorry, girl.
don't you dare disrespect a guy who did as much for America as Randy Stair did.
Randy Stair is male to female. Remember, okay? Respect.
Actually, it's a ghost.
So male to Zerghost.
I think.
Zerghost. Sir
Hold on.
Phantom.
Oh, so he's like a he's a male to female, but he's also like so he's like a poltergeist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
Poltergeist. Yeah,
No, her like because it.
I like Zer.
Oh, okay. Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Um, I guess I'll ask you about some of these other people. You know who Jason Genova is?
Yeah, the Piss Trooper guy.
Yeah, the Genova's Witnesses. I don't know if you watched that in real time as it happened or not, but that was a. He was supposed to come on my podcast, by the way, like 3 months ago. And then he was like, I will only come on because he was like, yes, I'll come on. And then the day before, he was like, I will only come on if you Western Union me $40.
Did you email him or something? Or
So I have like a booking guy, like a guy that handles the emails and all that stuff, and
yeah.
he got a hold of him somehow. I really don't know how he
So
got
he
a hold
wanted
of him.
he wanted $40. Did you say yes, or were you like fuck off?
Via Western Union.
Is that not just like EBT?
No, it means I have to like go to a store to like send to him, but he also
Oh,
wouldn't tell me where to send it. He just was like, just send it on Western Union.
why
And
$40? I mean, is he strapped for cash? I didn't realize it was that bad.
well, what do you think he's doing? What do you think he's accomplished like in his life? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, it's
I
not
assume
like
he's making some money. I don't know at that age.
no, all of his fans turned on him. All of his fans turned on him. Like
Damn.
they just kept on. Uh, he, he just he just did too much. God, he did too much. He was the first person with a personal army, though. He really was. Like right now, if I was like, go harass someone, even I, with like the decent amount of clout that I have, I don't think anybody would. No one would care. Like they would just be like, "I'm not gonna do that." But he could just be like, "Go harass this guy's family," and like 10,000 people go do it. That's just a crazy. I don't know. It's a crazy concept.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it is a crazy concept. I hope everything works out for Jason, but we'll see with time.
Are you doing a video with Jason Genova? Is that
I
what?
would love to if you wanted to.
Do you want me to give him your contact stuff?
I could probably figure it out if I have to, but I would do it. I would send him $40 in Western Union. Okay, I would do it.
I think if you sent him $50, he would probably sit down and interview with you. I would
I
think.
mean, I would want to see his entire life. I would want to like film his house and shit. Like not his address, but I would just want to see what his entire life is actually like. Instead of just like a
No,
small part of it.
you should dox him. That would be a cool
Oh, that's the
way
content.
to. Yeah, that'd be a cool way to meet someone.
Really break the fourth wall.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? I'm Turkey Tom, and today we're here to dox this guy. And then
Today
you
we're
just
here at 1600 Shut Avenue in Pensacola, Florida. Here we are.
that's actually his address. How'd you get that?
Dude, I just know it off the top of my mind.
Hell yeah, dude. Do you know who Terry A. Davis is?
Yeah, Temple OS, of course.
Oh.
Son of Rome.
I asked God, and he said it should be green.
He was right.
Cindy loves Piccolo.
No. We talked about this a little bit last time before the stream, but not on live stream, I don't think.
She was like a degen. She made like Transformer. I don't know what you would call that. Transformer is sex.
Oh, yeah. It was Transformers fucking, but she was like, it's not smut or whatever, right?
Yeah, that was her whole thing. It's like this is not smut. It's just two dudes having a good time. That's what. So basically, her story is. I feel like a lot of these people. There's like a pretty good like cross section of like locale and like internet artist, especially with like the degen art scene. What is that website called?
DeviantArt.
DeviantArt. I feel like that's where you can pick the locales at their rightest is there. Maybe not so much now. I feel like that stuff is a lot more supported now than it was. Like if you look at who's the guy, the person that did the stuff with Keemstar, Shadman.
Shadman, yeah.
So like he had so much support. He really did. Like
Yeah, he was huge, super famous.
And he was doing wild stuff the entire time.
Yes, he was. He was a fucked up guy.
And people were like, haha, look, I support him. Shadman, we need you. Like back then it seems like people were really harsh about your involvement in any kind of degenerate like drawings, stuff like that. Wait, you did
Yes.
you went through the Cure the Wolf thing. So did you read the logs?
Unfortunately, I did. Yeah, pretty rough.
Have you ever done anything about Nick Bates?
No, but I know who he is. Cecil McFly did a good video about Nick Bates.
I can't get through that. Do you know the acne thing?
The acne thing?
With Nick Bates?
Yeah, I do. He yes, without getting into it, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately.
It churns my stomach. Every time I think about it.
Good. He's one of the roughest ones, I would say.
Yeah. Wait,
it's pretty disgusting.
Oh man, God bless. That's Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm going to explain this as YouTube friendly as possible right now. Whew. Okay, so Nick Bates was a musician. He was a musician who,
I mean, not a successful one, but yeah.
no, I don't know what else. What would you call him other than that, though?
Just a guy, I don't know, internet person, user,
Yeah.
fat retard. I don't know.
Hey, man, take it easy. We don't know if he was a guy.
True. He could have felt different on the inside. Yours is a good point. Or
But
he was retarded.
he really was a fat retard. He was a very, very gross guy. He just was. He did some stuff with his younger sister. And at one point, the acne thing that I'm talking about, he has like an acne fetish. So he would fantasize about like
Yeah, he would.
whatever you're imagining is it's probably not as bad as what he was thinking about. Okay, so moving on. Did we ever even finish talking about ED?
I mean, I'm sure there's more we could go into. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more.
We'll leave it. Yeah, we'll leave it, and if you ever come back on, we'll talk about it then.
We'll circle back around.
Circle back around. Actually, yeah, that's pretty much all the people that I wanted to touch on. I know that you've been like not feeling great, so I don't want to keep you too long. If you,
Yeah, we can run this again sometime though. I'll probably have another Tuesday free.
Okay, yeah.
Shout out to Charles George in chat who's saying, "I wish Andrew would notice me." Andrew,
Oh, hello.
notice
Let's
Mr.
see.
George.
Hello, Tom. That's my wife.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Timothy.
I
Hey,
thought Allie J was your wife.
the person saying, "Hey, Pookie."
Yeah.
Probably talking to you. This is Sophia. Who the fuck is Sophia?
I have no idea. They said I'm getting Laney. Who the fuck are they talking
Oh
about?
no, that's one of those weird.
Just like a schizophrenic person?
I used to stream on TikTok, and
Okay.
because the average viewer count was like super high,
Yeah.
and it's one of the people from there.
Base.
It's not based, and it's not cool, and I wish I had never made a TikTok. In my honest opinion, the attention you get is not what you want.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably agree.
I'm just gonna keep. What I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna download your videos and Photoshop my face where your face is, and then that's how I'm gonna get famous.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't blame you for doing that. It sounds good. Man, I follow this guy Wow Mao on Twitter who's like a YouTuber, and he posted a video that was it has like a content warning, but I assumed it wouldn't be that bad. It's just like my cat when I drop a chicken bone on the floor, and I click it, and it's just a video of a guy eating a fucking asshole out aggressively
Hell
with
yeah,
like
dude!
noise. It's
Hold
fucking
on.
insane.
What's your Twitter? I'm gonna follow you.
Mine is ANONBIRDD.
ANONBI.
BIRDD.
Okay. There you go. You're one of, I don't know. I don't even know how many people I follow. I follow 23 people. You're the 24th person. You better
We made
feel.
it.
I have no followers. I don't. I
I'm
don't.
trying to find your account. I can't find it.
I just followed you right now.
Is it the professor one?
No, it's like
No,
it says not racist. My name is not
not
racist.
racist. For some reason, I haven't gotten a notification. I assume I'll get it soon, though. Oh, well. Just tell me you're at.
Rigstoffer.
I'm sorry, what?
Rigstoffer.
RIG.
RIGGSTOPHER.
All right, I found it. All right, there we go. I like the fish.
Dude, I seen you do these like something I thought was an interesting concept. It was like a YouTube game show.
Yeah, yeah. No
I
one's
didn't
ever
get to
done that
peep all of
before.
it. Huh?
No one's ever done that before. That's my idea.
Yeah, I was like, what is you better copyright it. You better get out here and get
Trademark,
trade.
patent. Don't copy my swag. You know who you are. Don't copy my swag.
Yeah, yeah.
He does know who he is. Why are you copying my swag, bro? I see your tweets. I see you copying my tweet format. Why are you
Mm-mm.
copying my swag? What the fuck? That's my swag, not your swag. Get your own fucking swag,
It's
dork.
a trademark, Tom marked, turkey Tom marked. So
Exactly.
why don't you worry about you? Pocket watching the next turkey. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Job ass turkey, not you. Him. What is that movie where he calls him a jive turkey and he like pulls out a gun? Semi pro. That's what it's from.
I don't know if I've seen that.
It's a Will Ferrell movie. It's about basketball. It's a
Basketball.
all right. I guess I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thank you, Tom. I don't know if you want to hang out for a minute, but if you do, you can.
Thanks for having me on the stream. Shout
Like,
out, Mr. Riggs. What's up, gang?
thank you, Timothy, and go check out his stuff if you haven't seen it before. That's Tom Butt Dark and Turkey Tom on YouTube. He
And Sky Bree.
makes documentaries about like trees and if only there was some kind of a
Quartz.
catchphrase that he used.
Quartz. Quartz. I
It's
like quartz.
Timberlands, Creeks, and Pizzas. I think is his catchphrases
Exactly.
that
There you
he
go.
talks about. All right, go check his stuff out, or come over there and crease your Tims. How about that? How about that? So, thank you everybody for tuning in. Have a good night.